What is up, everyone? Volathis here, and yesterday was the letter from the producer Live 52, and I'm going to be going over the summary here provided by GamerEscape. So if you watch this video, don't forget to check out the article. I will have it linked below. And this is going to focus on the trust system, a little bit of Eden, as well as Crafter and Gatherers, and a little bit about the main characters. So if this is stuff that you're not interested in, you can go ahead and check out maybe another video of mine that hopefully interests you. We also had the dungeon crawl in this. I'm actually doing a separate video on that. So without further ado, let's have a look here. So we have the trust system here. And of course, this is meant so you can challenge the main scenario dungeons with NPCs that we have met. You can fight alongside them, fill the role of your party. There will be a variety of them with specialized AI and even unique actions, and they will react depending on the situation. And still, playing with other players is a more effective strategy. But if the idea of getting in a group, or maybe you've had terrible interactions, which occasionally do happen, or maybe you just want to try it out on your own, this is still a viable strategy. Then we have the crafter adjustments here. There's going to be new actions, new traits, new information for gathering, and the fishing logs by the tomes of regional folklore, unspoiled, legendary, and inferior gathering point appearance timing for items that have been obtained by the gathering at least once, and alarms for these gathering points can be enabled by subcommands. There's going to be new tackle for various fish and 2-point areas, actually. That's interesting here. Boilies. The difficulty of obtaining tomes of regional folklore will be reduced. Crafting adjustments here, new actions. Steady Hand 2 and Bygrod's Blessing will be added to all classes. And recipe aspects will be removed and all related actions consolidated into one. So now I guess there'll be an ability that is focused on if there's an element, or I guess those are being removed, so that's a layer of difficulty removed. The crafting UI has been updated. I believe we can see this up here. So durability and condition are displayed more clearly, and when active, collectible synthesis status will be clearly displayed. I don't know if they're... Okay, so it looks like they are doing collectible for this one, for the example. And active crafting statuses, as well as resulting increase from action, will be displayed during synthesis, so it will show you your buffs. At 100 efficiency, progress increases by 6. Okay, so it even tells you how much you're going to progress. That's an interesting part here. The results of increasing from actions, assuming a base of 100 efficiency, will be displayed on the crafting log. Crafters can therefore confirm the increase in progress and quality from actions. The maximum initial quality limit will be raised from 50% to 75% for many 5.0 and later recipes to allow easier HQ item synthesis. So it sounds like crafting might be a little bit easier in this expansion. Or perhaps maybe it's easier to get to the crafting point that you need to be. The maximal initial quality for each recipe can be confirmed prior to synthesis. And the difficulty of the Masterworks 4, 5, and 6 will be reduced. These are already in game, so they're just going to make it easier. We have a preview of the sets here. So we have the Gatherers. It's a nice little tattoo on the arm there. Okay, and the botanist looks kind of like a farmer. And then we have blacksmith, armor, and carpenter. This is kind of what I expect. A lot of what we're going to be getting artifact-wise is going to be the first version of these artifacts. So they'll be a lot similar to our 2.0 artifact gear, but with their spin on it. Like the monocle here on the goldsmith. Too bad you'll have the hat with it. I'm not a fan of that hat. Leather worker looks nice. They all look pretty good. Not sure how I feel about the goggles on the blacksmith. but that's me. Carpenter, not too bad. Alchemist, like the Alchemist. Culinarian, they have it looks like a springen frying pan. That's a interesting twist on that. We have some system updates, so there'll be new tomestones. Gogetia and Phantasmorg. Tomestones will be added 4 weeks after the official release of Shadowbringers, and crafters and gatherers will be getting white scripts. Makes sense. We have an expanded focus on light. Glamour dresser capacity increased from 200 to 400 items. Now I have more things to shove in there. And the glamour plates will be increased from 10 to 15, so also more sets. A furnishing preview will be added. However, they're saying here certain seasonal rewards and optional items will be exempt. Alright, so they have an example here, I'm guessing, of previewing it in the house. The Centennial Seal limit will be increased from 1,000 to 4,000. More limits always welcome. And when in possession of a bill here, the direction status of a rank B mark will be displayed. Thank you. Now I don't have to go searching everywhere for those rank Bs. And when an S mark spawns in a region, a message will be displayed. Okay. Very welcome changes here. The retainer window will be updated with a sort function. Material melting requests can be sent in succession. All mounts will have flying enabled. So no more worry about if a mount will fly or not. They're all just going to fly. Why not? So we have the example of the retainer window here. It's a little bit, so it's a lot more detailed than what it was before. And then, of course, we have the flying mount. Achievement filters will be added. Unfinished, complete, item rewards, and title rewards. So if there's one that maybe you want to see if you have it completed and as a title reward, you can search for that. Or maybe it's unfinished and an item reward or any combination. There's an achievement watch list function. So you can start watching how close you are. And you can track up to 30 of those. I think maybe this image here. Yeah, so you have your watch list and you can just track it. And I believe that's a PvP example. I can't really tell. Mentor certification. The requirements for becoming a mentor following the release of 5.0 are going to be revised. People that have gotten it beforehand will not meet the new requirements to retain it. Wait, hold on. Do not meet. Okay, yeah, I thought it's. However, as of 5.1, to ensure all mentors are held to the same standard, changes will be implemented to encourage mentors who qualified their old system. So the following requirements are: you're going to have to complete the level 80 tank, healer, and DPS, either the physical or magical quest, completed dungeons, raids, trials a combined 1,000 times, must have received 300 player accommodations. So I believe that makes me unqualified. I don't think I have 300. Maybe I do. I'm not too sure. And then there are the trade mentors. Sorry, I forgot to mention that was the PvE, obviously. Mentors. Trade mentors reach level 80 in any discipline of the hand as well as any discipline of land. Must have synthesized 100 collectibles and must have gathered or caught 300 collectibles. I will definitely be unqualified for that because I don't like gathering. And then we have a preview of Eden. It looks like here. It's looks like either an enemy or maybe something we cleared. I'm not too sure here. It's very open and vast. I'm wondering, as the story progresses with Eden, because the idea is us adding elements back into the picture, is if that the environment will change after we clear it. Or maybe this is what it looks like after the clear. I'm not sure. We see this little camp entrance here. I'm wondering if this is like the new waiting area like we had in Omega. We'll have to wait and see. And then we have the key characters here. We have Thancred Waters. Thancred is an Archon of the Seventh Dawn who specializes in survival and subterfuge espionage missions have taken him deep within Guardian territory, where he acquired the techniques of the gunbreaker skills. He will be forced to perfect if it means to protect those that he holds dear. He stole a rule. Thirst for knowledge and mastery of white magic. Now she turns to the dark arts that she might better contend with the challenges that lie ahead. So it doesn't say she switched to black mage, although the dark arts of white magic I would assume is black mage. We have Urion J. These are all characters that we recognize. Okay, so yeah, it says he switched to Astrologian, to a divine path forward. Alphanaud here, youngest individual in history to be accepted into this studium. Humbling experience on his journeys. Alize, a woman, dynamic approach, in stark contrast, her more diplomatic twin brother, who's also a red mage, Menphilia here. So this is a person we have seen previously. Piercing blue eyes. Doesn't say what class she is, but I think I've seen her with daggers, so that would make her a rogue or a ninja. The Crystal Exarch, leader of the Crystorium. The Crystal gained his title as much as his position. As for the crystalline transformation, steadily consuming his flesh and body, his figure promises to play a predominant part in the Warrior Light adventure. And then, of course, Solus Zeos Galvanus, the founder of the Guardian Empire, for whom even death presents no obstacle. For centuries, he has worked from the shadows, sowing the seeds of war in order to trigger calamities and thereby rejoin the worlds that were once divided, with Norbert on the brink of lucent oblivion, to what end he chose to take the center stage. And then we have a preview. We're going to be meeting with the heroes of the first again. We've seen a preview of these four characters in the launch trailer, and then we have the upcoming schedule here. So we have the start of the early access, June 28th, which should be a Friday. Yep. And then June 2nd is the start of the official service. Patch 5.01. They're focusing on Eden Normal, will be July 16th, and July 30th will be patch 5.05. That's Eden Savage, the Tomestones of Phantasmology, and the introduction, just as introduction, I think that's all part of that here. And the Dungeons of Gaia, and that is a new treasure map dungeon. So I look forward to that. And then it's some other notes here. We're going to be getting some new worlds on June 18th. So that is actually going to be this upcoming Tuesday. And this is for the European data centers. It's going to be Springen for the Chaos Data Center and Twitania for the Light Data Center. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. I always welcome some Shadowbringer news, and it all sounds good to me. Yeah, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, as well as share this video. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, as well as ring that bell. With that being said, it's been a pleasure. Don't forget to check out the Gamer Escape article, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.